Welcome to Week 2 battle number 2. This battle is featuring Canopy Defenders, which is Edgar's team, Cry Krieg on Pokemon Showdown, versus Downtown Darmanitan, which is Tiller's team, 4th Act on Pokemon Showdown. As a reminder, the Mega Pokemon on both sides are Mega Charizard and Mega Sharpedo on those teams respectively. We will be seeing both of them today. And for Z Crystal Mons, we have Necrozma and Crocodile. For Canopy Defenders, we might see Necrozma unleash a Z move. And then on the other side, we have Raichu Alola and Golisopod, both of which are not here. So only one possibility for a Z move. It could be any Z move from Necrozma. Today joining me is Noob Scrub from the American Braviaries and Lion Hugs from Whooper Blooper. Thank you for commentating with me. And we'll start with initial thoughts. So whoever wants to go first with that.
You can go. I don't feel like thinking right now.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be honest right here. We have a lot of Pokemon that I'm not entirely sure how they function right there. So this is gonna be kind of a learning experience for me in terms of Buzzwole and Tapu, and I believe the other Zygarde right there. So I'll just say that right off the bat. So I don't want to like comment too much in terms of like, oh well, maybe this Pokemon will do that. I'll be doing some research while this match will be going on. And yeah, I mean that's kind of where I'm at right there, especially with Necrozma as well. I think I've mentioned that to you, Noel. Like I'm still really unfamiliar with that Pokemon altogether.
Well, speaking of Necrozma, and I guess this applies to a lot of Pokemon. We have on Tiller's team, we have a lot of wall breakers, a lot of strong Pokemon that can go for a sweep. In fact, every single one of them is pretty much a strong Pokemon that can either wall break or sweep. Mandibuzz being the only exception to that, only defensive mon on his team. And on Edgar's team, we have a lot of strong offensive threats, but they're a little bit more setup offensive, more like tanky offensive. So this is going to be a pretty tough fight in terms of like the pure offensive power that's going to be going on from both sides. Registeel is Edgar's only purely defensive mon, so Registeel and Mandibuzz are going to be kind of like the Pokemon you want to take down if you want to set up that sweep going. But even then, there's some powerhouses that could fire through both sides. So this is going to be a fast-paced match, I think. We could just jump into it if you guys want, or any final first impressions.
I have nothing to say.
All right, let's...
Mimikyu is baby.
All right, Mimikyu's baby. Let's jump into this. I'm expecting a Tapu Koko lead from Tiller. From Edgar, I'm not sure from Edgar what lead we might see. Maybe we see Registeel probably going for the Stealth Rock setup. Oh, and indeed, both leads. Well, the Tapu Koko I predicted. I was thinking Registeel, but I didn't say it before. Ooh, and a Taunt will prevent Registeel from setting up a Stealth Rock. Registeel is stuck in a hard place right now. It really wanted to set up that Stealth Rock.
I mean, it's okay. It'll just set up Stealth Rock later, I bet.
Yeah, it does have the defensive ability to take some hits and come in later to set up a Stealth Rock. Tapu Koko being able to taunt Registeel so it can't set up Stealth Rock will probably be something Tiller is trying to prevent the Stealth Rock going up, because I could anticipate at least one Pokemon on his team probably has a Focus Sash attached. And I'm thinking that could either be Zygarde 10% or Barbaracle, both of which are really strong offensive threats. Okay, and we see the Volt Switch going for Null. The Necrozma, which takes a big 56% from that, is boosted by the Electric Terrain.
Oh, wow.
Is Necrozma not have good defense? Or was that special defense? I forget. What's Volt Switch again?
It's a special move. It is decently defensive, but if it's not invested, then it won't be as strong in the defensive department. All right, and 1,000 arrows hits the disguise of Mimic the Mimikyu.
Oh wow.
In Generation 8, you take a little bit of damage when you have your disguise up, right?
Correct. Yes.
Like 10% of the damage dealt.
Yeah. All right, and Blackbird comes out and is Will-O-Wisped. Tapu Koko is running a taunt set to try to prevent setups from happening, so that's going to be an interesting way that Tiller keeps things like Will-O-Wisp and Stealth Rock and the like at bay. And a Volt Switch happens, Blackbird going back out. Will Edgar go for the Stealth Rock this time?
And Tapu Koko is a special attacker, so the burn doesn't really hurt that much.
Correct, yeah. Zygarde 10% comes out. And a Seismic Toss is going to deal 40%. Interesting switch in there. Zygarde 10% actually is poised to do a lot with... I'm thinking maybe it's Choice Scarfed then.
Hey, he got the Stealth Rocks though.
He did. Ground is a really good typing for this matchup. Edgar's gonna have to make a decision here on whether he wants to allow Necrozma to come in safely by letting Regirock die, or will he try to bring in Necrozma, who could maybe get hit by that move and still survive?
If I were him, I might switch to Charizard. Oh wait, it hits flying types too, right?
No, it hits flying types too, yeah.
Alright.
And the 1,000 arrows takes down Regirock. Sorry, I meant Registeel. I said Regirock.
Well, I mean, Regirock might have gotten taken down. He's just in a different battle, I bet. He's just battling someone else.
Nihilus.
A ton of battles going on.
Or Nihilus, the Nihiligo comes out. Bug Massive comes out. Hidden Power is going to hit Bug Massive.
It doesn't tell us what type of hidden power?
No.
Like,
no.
Alright, that's a
It wasn't
shame.
super effective.
But
so...
I predict that it was probably Hidden Power Ice.
Wow, this is my favorite Pokemon, Charizard.
Out comes Charizard.
Beauty.
And Mega Charizard going for the Flare Blade, stealing a massive 51%.
I mean, Manabuzz is pretty bulky. So, I wonder what Manabuzz is going to do. He's going to use Foul Play, maybe?
I'm thinking Manabuzz is going to try to go for that Foul Play. But will he keep Manabuzz in, is the question. Barbaracle can still switch in. Yeah, Manabuzz will definitely not go first. Barbaracle would be the only sensible switch in, I think, to a Flare Blitz. And a Dragon Dance goes up. Will the Foul Play? Oh, instead a Defog.
If he sets up again, a Foul Play could be really bad for Charizard.
Yeah, Foul Play is something that Charizard definitely wants to avoid. And a Roost will bring him back to 97%. Foul Play bringing him down to 83.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it would have been good to just take out the Mandibuzz before it could defog. Alright, and Dragon Claw takes down Mandibuzz.
You didn't make the same mistake twice.
Here comes Sigurd. It's going to probably go for the Extreme Speed. Here comes Mimikyu to take that Extreme Speed.
There it is.
Immune. Out comes Tapu Koko, setting up Electric Terrain. Will-O-Wisp is going to not do anything to Tapu Koko.
It also missed though, so even if it did hit.
The 2 defensive Mons are down, so from here on out it's going to be pretty offensive. Interesting that the first 2 Pokemon to go were the defensive ones.
Mega Charizard is almost out of health, but Mega Sharpedo has all of its health remaining, so...
And Tapu Koko goes down. Focus Sash allows
Focus
Mimikyu to hang on with 1%. Out comes the Zygarde 10%.
That Aura Break ability, it only affects the other 2 Aura abilities, right?
Correct.
Alright, that's kind of useless.
And Shadow Sneak hits, but Thousand Arrow is going to take Mimikyu down. I'm guessing that Sigurd is scarfed. I think now would be a good time for Nihilego to come in. Or maybe Garchomp if Garchomp wants to go for a Dragon Dance.
What is like the common set for a Nihilego?
It could do different things. It could set up Toxic Spikes. It could try to go for a sweep. It could be a Scarfed Pokemon. It really depends. Beast Boost really lets it like pick up once it starts to get a sweep going. Edgar thinking here who he wants to come out versus this Zygarde. Zygarde 10% being a very strong Pokemon with that ground typing hitting 4 out of the 6 Pokemon. Oh no, 3 out of the 6 Pokemon very strongly. And out comes Necrozma. Thousand Arrows is going to hit, dealing 38%. Photon Geyser taking down the Zygarde 10%.
That was also a critical hit.
Yeah, definitely overkill.
Here comes Archibald. The Liquidation's going to take out the Nihilego.
Wow. Yeah, there's that speed boost.
Garchomp comes out. This could be bad news if Ice Fang is on Sharpedo's set.
This is a very close game.
And Liquidation hits. An Earthquake is going to bring Mega Sharpedo down. Ooh, and Destiny Bond. I actually did not know that Sharpedo received Destiny Bond.
That was pretty smart.
Definitely, wow.
Here comes Barbara the Barbaracle. Tough matchup here for Mega Charizard X. The Shell Smash.
Oh.
White Herb returns Barbara to normal stats, so Barbara is not holding a Focus Sash. The Liquidation's going to take down Mega Charizard X. Out comes Null the Necrozma. And Liquidation will be the final hit of the match. And that is game 2-0 for Downtown Darmanitan. And a really close match. Good moves from both sides there. Lots of unexpected sets. I was expecting a more hyper-offensive playstyle from Tiller, but Tiller did have some things that prevented some of Edgar's plans with Taunt and Destiny Bond, really messing things up for him. Really intense there with those unconventional sets.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I didn't. The Cell Smash at the end was I mean, I should have seen it coming, but I just thought he was going to attack straight out.
Yeah, Barbaracle likes using Shell Smash. I think Tiller was probably anticipating an Earthquake coming from Mega Charizard. There wasn't a lot Mega Charizard could have done in that scenario. But yeah, that was really intense. Good match, well played by both sides.
Seriously.
And any final thoughts?
You're asking me to think again?
All right, you heard it here first, folks.
Like I was really impressed and surprised by the Sharpedo with the Destiny Bond. I didn't know that was a thing that you could learn, and then two, just the fact that they did it at the ends, with Sharpedo kind of being I don't think Sharpedo's exactly a glass cannon, but comparatively to what we have with the other people on the team, it's
Sharpedo's not known for its defense, that's for sure. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that was battle number 2 of week 2. Tune in next time for the rest of the battles of week 2. And once again, this was from Whooper Blooper, Lion Hugs, and from the American Braviaries, Noob Scrub joining me for commentating. Thanks for commentating, guys, and we'll see you next time.
Hey.